so it's like a mission silver. Okay. Basically, if you do this, there's gonna be a capsule here, and we place it there. Start that mission. Mixed reality by completing the tutorial We'll watch credits first. And like always, Alexa, set a timer for 15 minutes. There should be enough of the credits. I just wanted to see that. So, settings, customize your game experience, volume, subtitles, make them small, subtitle position, comfort. Okay, settings is only audio comfort. Wait, no. Controller, vibration, enabled. Toggle, grip. Toggle, fast transition. Sure. Yeah, well. We're gonna start.
Welcome to the Kurzgesagt Scale Lab, where we investigate all things great and small. Please keep hands and feet inside the lab at all times. You may use...
Actually, we're gonna get rid of the subtitles.
the yellow bar to adjust your position until you're comfortable. Comfortable.
Oh, sorry about that. I've been on standby I've been hard at work doing stuff. Anyway, you must be on a tour of the Kurzgesagt labs, huh? Well, lucky you've wandered into the best lab by far.
I did.
Let me show you around. Check out the blue capsule on the left. This is my greatest invention, a way to overcome the laws of physics, shrinkagen. If you add it to things, they become teeny tiny. And I managed to invert it so I can also scale things to giant size. It can get a bit tricky when you overdo it, but 70% of the time it works every time. Oh, almost forgot. There should be a tablet with yellow handles nearby. Could you pick it up, please? That's the lab tab. It works as a travel guide for this lab. It records as I talk and makes suggestions about what to do next. You can use your thumbstick to scroll and go between pages while you're holding it. Go ahead. Okay, check out the machine on your right, the one with the big handle in the middle. This is the Scalevator. It lets you grow and shrink this whole lab so you can visit other realms and see the worlds within worlds around you for yourself. It can also take the lab outside. Let me demonstrate. Wow, it's good to be out again.
This is really
So
neon.
much data to be collected.
Why is this so
But I'm
bright?
sure you can't wait to try out my invention. Do you see a boxy white tool? There it is, the multi-tool. The first thing it does is analyze things. Hold down the trigger and point it at, let's say, good. Despite their name, rubber ducks are generally made of plastic, not rubber. But it will still make a perfect guinea pig. To collect it, you'll need one of these red capsules with a big window in front. I use Shrinkagen to store the tools when they're not needed. Put that in the multi-tool. Now point the multi-tool at the rubber duck and press the trigger. Yes. I've missed this. Now comes the really cool part. That machine with the let's scale it up and make a huge rubber duck. I have many more Shrinkagen tanks stored. Yeah, making things smaller is fun and all, but trust me, making things big is way better. Now press the button to send the giant rubber duck into the world. Well done. Now to take a look at the new giant duck, we will get huge ourselves. Go to the other machine, the Scalevator, and set its lever to the mountain icon. Then press the button when you're ready to see what this lab can really do. Welcome to the mountain realm.
I'm up
You are
there,
so
kid,
big now
now.
that the city looks like a bunch of toys below you. Speaking of toys, I have one more thing to show you. Let's take this ducky for a ride. Grab the controller with the little antenna in front of you. This is the Duck Drone. Duck can reach and manipulate things outside while you stay safe and cozy in the lab. It has lots of useful tools. This one, the claw, grabs when you press the trigger on that controller. Use it to pick up the rubber duck, then we'll do a little obstacle course. You could fly out to, let's say that lighthouse out on the lake and take a turn around it.
Pick up the rubber duck. What? No? What?
Oh no, not another problem.
Get over here.
My sensors are showing substantial shrinkagen leakage in the city. The wave must have hit the storage tanks. Who knows what happened this time?
Is that a giant ant?
No, I refuse to be shut down again. Please, you need to help me. We need to get down there now.
We really need to. We can get down here.
Wow, they are marvelous. I mean, horrible. The sensor report says the shrinkagen tanks are completely empty. So those ants must have soaked up a lot of it. But now they're starting to eat the city. We need to figure out how to stop them. Grab the multi-tool to get some data. Just like I feared, it's an inverted shrinkagen malfunction. Basically, the shrinkagen has merged with the ants and is stuck now. We need another huge blast of shrinkagen to get them back to normal. But we're out of shrinkagen. Also, the ants are too spread out to shrink all at once. You need to do two things. find a way to gather all the ants in one place, and find the missing shrinkagen to scale them back down. This must have been left over from the wave earlier. Too bad for us, it doesn't seem to have damaged the ants. They have water-repellent surfaces. Pesky giant buggers. Cardboard and foam? What an odd flavour for a donut. Do you see the spikes on their back?
Yes.
And the ones trying to cut out parts of buildings?
Yeah.
These must be leafcutter ants. They're called that because they cut and collect bits of plants to tend their gardens. They're super strong and have complex societies. They won't be easy to handle. This is a major leafcutter ant. Majors are the biggest of the 4 subgroups of leafcutter ant workers. Another duck. Shouldn't you be at your own lab? And it's gone. Strange. Keep an eye out for more ducks, would you? I'll track them in the collections page of the lab tab. This is a major leafcutter ant. Majors are the biggest of the 4 subgroups of leafcutter ant workers. They're basically the soldiers of the colony. They point each other towards threats that need taking care of. When one major signals a threat to the rest of the group, the troops come rushing in. This one is a miner, one of the smaller leafcutter ants. Leafcutters live in complex societies where every caste has a different task. Miners forage for food and leaves to bring back to the nest. A volcano? That belongs to another Kurzgesagt lab. The wave must have dragged it here. Quick, put a capsule in the multi-tool and collect it so I can return it. It must have been hit by the leak as well. The good news is, this object has flexible shrinkagen. Put it in the opticizer to scale it up and harvest its shrinkagen. Now move the yellow lever to the correct scale and press the button to extract the shrinkagen. Good. I sent that back to the energy lab and saved the shrinkagen. It was probably not the only one. If you can find the others, we can collect enough shrinkagen for the ants.
Wait. Why can't we just do that with the ant? Like, bang, boom, and it shrinks the ant. And it gives us the shrinkagen.
If you're ever stuck, check the lab tab. The transcript tab records everything. This is a bacteriophage, or bacteria eater. I can't believe the wave washed it all the way out here. They're found everywhere there are bacteria, but this one belongs to another Kurzgesagt lab. Let's grab a capsule and collect it so I can return it. More inverted shrinkagen, but the blast must have been below the malfunction. Return this to its original size so we can harvest the shrinkagen back. It feels great to be back in the scaling game, even with those giant ants and all. Well done, I sent that back to its home lab. Keep an eye out for more things like this. They may be our ticket to shrink these ants. So we have 2 groups of ants here. The miners, which are responsible for finding food and resources, and the majors, which protect the colony from threats. Maybe we can use that behavior to our advantage. Let's see how they act in their natural environment, the insect realm.
Go in the insect realm. Oh, never mind.
Off to the insect realm. Leafcutter workers are actually divided into 4 subgroups based on their sizes. The smallest ones are minims, and then there are the minors, medias, and majors, which are the largest. A minim can be so much smaller than a major that it can fit comfortably on its head. This ant must be the queen ant. It's much bigger than the rest, even bigger than the majors. Plus it has a crown on its head. Major ant mandibles are strong enough to even take on large enemies like anteaters and armadillos, even when they're regular size. A telescope. It's amazing what you can do with a set of curved mirrors in a tube. Oh, nice. A banana for scale. The Mars rover? You're a long way from home, aren't you? I'll have to have a word with the energy lab. They clearly aren't storing their nuclear waste properly.
Oh, that's messed up. Part 2.
The Lab Tab is a useful resource if you're ever feeling at a loss or just want to reflect on everything you've done so far.